welcome back to Childcare Confidential. I'm Jessica Hampton, and this is my co-host, Katie Denk. We are in the same room today. What? How exciting. Okay, well, today we are going to talk about the wild world of licensing. Because at this point, we all know that there are locks, and then there are child deterrents. And one is apparently just not good enough. Who would have thought?
No one.
Only in Indiana. Well, it could be in other places too. I don't know. Our state's kind of crazy about some licensing regulations.
We're going to find out more. So for today, the purpose of our episode is just going to be some shed of light on the real licensing expectations, why these super tiny bizarre details matter, and how providers can actually stay compliant without absolutely losing their minds.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to try.
We're going to try. We can't guarantee that you're not going to lose your mind still because there's a lot of rules out there, but we're going to try to help you through some of them. So let's talk first about child deterrents versus actual lock and key locks. So a child deterrent is like the safety first things that you buy at the store. They come with the outlet covers, but they also have like the cabinet locks where there's like two devices and you buckle them together so that kids cannot, get that apart and open up a trash can or a cabinet, things like that. Well, in Indiana, they have decided that child deterrents are no longer acceptable for child care centers, even though they're acceptable for every home I've ever seen.
Because, safety first.
Safety first. And in Indiana, we don't believe in safety first, actually. We want lock and key locks. Safety first does not cut it for us.
Okay.
It's fine. It's kind of funny, though, because licensing requiring these real locks, and it's going to take like an adult 5 minutes to get into a cabinet.
Yes.
And toddlers can break into freaking Fort Knox. Like, they're going to get into it faster than us, even with the lock and key. So I don't know why we're even trying here. But apparently our cabinets do need that NASA level code to open them.
But it's still not considered a lock.
Oh, no.
No, it's not.
That is not a lock and key lock. Make
not.
sure you are not using child deterrents. So let's talk about some practical suggestions. Katie, what do you think?
I do love a good solution to a really ridiculous problem.
We're full of them,
yes,
actually.
Full of it.
Something like that.
But, okay, so there's approved lock types. You just have to know where to go and look and find them.
True.
Areas that have to be locked are going to be your cleaning products, your first aid, your medication, and any staff belongings. This is your best way to avoid any type of citation.
It's always smart to avoid citations when you can, even if you did not know that safety first locks were the same.
You mean they didn't communicate that?
Or they're not the same. No, they did not communicate that.
Why?
I don't know. Seems like a simple email would do it.
Oh, but they couldn't email us.
No, they were not allowed to email us. So
That's
really, they did not communicate well. We kind of felt trapped.
Like a
lock and key situation. Oh, maybe that's what it's all about. Who knows? They just want to trap you.
It's fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. Okay.
It's fine.
Moving right along, we're going to the infamous brooms out rule. And I don't like this rule because I think it's silly because cleaning is practical. I'm a practical person. Cleaning makes sense.
You clean in a childcare center?
Who
would have thought of it?
Do I ever?
Who would have thought cleaning was important in a childcare center? I don't know.
Per Indiana state licensing, brooms, mops, dustpans can be considered hazardous. They have to be secured and out of reach of children. Even if no child has ever stolen a broom and fled the room, we're still doing that.
Yes. Honestly, Katie, I would be more worried that a child's going to take the broom and do like karate with it. Than clean something. So maybe that's where our issue is. Maybe they're going to take us out these days. 2025 is rough, y'all.
These kids
it
are
is
something.
rough. Yes.
So, for solutions, for small centers that don't have very much closet space or storage space, you gotta be quick on your feet. Some things that you can do would be like wall hooks.
But make sure those are behind locked doors. Because, well, lock and key, ladies and gents. Lock and key.
Never forget, will you?
Don't lose that key. We've had to cut a few locks off.
We did. Now we have master keys for everything. A locked supply room. So this would be super helpful if you're in like a larger room, like your front lobby area. We keep all of our stuff in a locked storage room. Kids don't have access. What we do need to talk about though is we have to stop leaning it in the corner like Grandma used to do with the porch broom moment. That's not gonna work anymore.
Listen, I don't know about you, but my grandma, those steps were the cleanest steps you ever saw. She was sweeping them with that broom, and you could eat off of them. Unfortunately, in licensing in Indiana, we don't love cleaning.
No,
things.
And don't catch you when they're doing their licensing inspection, and we're mid clean, because you know that one kid that crunches those goldfish on the floor. Don't let them catch you sweeping, because gosh be darn.
But if they come in and see food all over the floor, you're gonna be like, you didn't clean up.
You're kind of not in a
So
way
again,
situation.
are we trapped in a catch-22?
25.
2025. That's what it is.
Correct. You nailed it.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but we do have another solution that we've used at our schools. I think that's kind of helpful to people. We do keep the brooms put away, but obviously that's not a practical solution, not using a broom throughout a whole day in a childcare classroom. That's just not practical.
It's not.
So we do get the brooms that unscrew and fold up, and you can get them on the good old Amazon.
Love the Amazon.
We love the Amazon. We do our supply list through Amazon. You got to check them out. Amazon Business, if you're using it, good on you. It's definitely a useful tool for us.
100%.
But these brooms, they twist off, they put in your cabinet, and then you can take them out when needed, and our teachers are required to put them back away as soon as they use them. So usually it'll be right after they get the kids down for nap, and then they use the broom and put it away to keep that.
Gotta find the handy solutions.
You know, every challenge has a solution somehow. We just gotta figure it out. We gotta find it, and we gotta find the joy throughout. So that's kind of why we're doing today. Is you gotta have fun with things too. It can't all be down. You gotta find that joy.
100%.
Right? So check out our reels lately too, because they're gonna be interesting. Oh, this is one of my big ones. You know, when you're on your way into work, you know, you're doing that early shift, that 6 a.m., that 7 a.m. shift. You want to stop by the good old McDonald's, the Mickey D's.
Mickey D's.
And you want to get that big old large Diet Coke. I used to do it every day when I'd go in.
Did you?
Oh, I love Diet Coke from
Well, I don't
McDonald's.
blame you.
It's like a whole new world.
Yeah.
It's the only one like it, really.
I mean, fair.
It is. So I loved my McDonald's big cup. But guess what? Not in Indiana.
Nope.
That is a no-go in that classroom. You cannot have a logoed cup. We have a logo cup problem. Who knew? A logoed cup problem.
No.
Apparently, this will prevent drink sharing, because I'm really going to let a toddler who's teething drink my Diet Coke that I just desperately waited in that 20-minute line for.
Or even leave it in their reach. You're not going to do that either.
Why would you do that?
You wouldn't do that.
You want the Diet Coke. You waited in that
We're not
crazy
sharing.
McDonald's line for what? Like, I'm not sharing it with you. Sorry. Common sense, people. We have common sense. Why are we treated like we don't?
Well, because some people don't have common sense.
I get it, but
No
like,
offense to anybody who maybe struggles with
is that logoed cup really gonna
No.
bother anybody
No.
in that classroom?
No.
I guarantee that child probably saw 3 McDonald's on their way there.
Yeah, because you're going to tell me they don't recognize the giant M.
They can tell you what it is before they're 2.
Everybody loves a good chicken nuggies.
French fries. I'm all about some French fries.
That
if y'all
might be
can't
what
tell.
we're doing in a little bit.
French fries, yum. But yeah, seriously, that's kind of ridiculous. You don't see elementary teachers having to deal with those same battles of like, hey, you can't bring a logoed cup into the classroom. Now, I do agree hot drinks are absolutely out of the question in the classrooms. That's not okay. But a logo cup, I mean, honestly, we're supposed to be teaching the kids about the community around us. And if your community doesn't have a McDonald's, that's great. But I think mine has like 5.
Probably more than that.
And so I think that's kind of part of the community. I think it's better that we teach kids that, hey, McDonald's is great for an occasional treat.
All in moderation.
But maybe we could teach them like proper nutrition and use an example of McDonald's, you know, instead of just trying to pretend like it doesn't exist.
You would
'Cause
think
it does.
that would be the practical solution. But what are some real solutions maybe we could try?
I
In the eyes of licensing.
Some of the solutions that we have tried are just use a reusable cup, like just something you have around that you keep at work, dump your drink into it, use that reusable cup.
Beautiful.
water bottles, Yetis, all those things that have, you can reuse them. That's what I would do.
I would too.
But I swear, licensing can spot a Chick-fil-A cup from 40 yards away, so y'all better put it away. They're coming at you.
They're going to get it before they even come to inspect you.
And do not mess with the Lord's chicken. Okay? Do not mess with it.
Not the Lord's chicken.
Put the Chick-fil-A cup away. My Chick-fil-A close to me is getting remodeled, and it's a real struggle right now, guys, because it's not open.
Okay.
So I need you to save the Chick-fil-A and put your Chick-fil-A cups away.
Okay, we got that. It's
for
fine.
now. We've got other solutions. We can still have our drink, just in a different way.
I love the solution that you found. You got to
different
find
solutions.
Yeah. All right, moving right along. Now we're going
right or wrong. Who knows? It could be right or wrong.
Actually, I feel like it's right or wrong for them. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Ratios and classroom switching. So this would be more so in the idea of transitions. This is not something that we immediately thought of when we were planning what we were going to talk about, but we had a submission story.
We did. Thank you. FYI, everybody, we love hearing your stories. If you're submitting them, thank you. We appreciate it. We're getting some of them rolling out into the different things that we're talking about, and you're giving us ideas on different things that need addressed too through your stories. So make sure to check the descriptions and the comments, because the links to submit a story are in those.
Woo! All right, moving right along. So this is from a anonymous person who submitted this story all about their weird situation with ratios and classroom switching. So it says, "Hi, Childcare Confidential. I have a ratio story that still makes my eye twitch a little. So it was a perfectly normal Tuesday. We were actually overstaffed for once, a miracle. Everyone was in ratio and children were happy. Goldfish on the tables, naps going down smoothly, and zero chaos." It's like unheard of.
Like a great day. Sounds like an amazing day.
A licensing inspector walked in during nap time because, of course, they always appear when you're trying to keep 10 toddlers asleep. Accurate. Yep. A teacher needed to use the restroom, so our floater walked into the classroom to relieve her. The classroom door was open, kids were inside, 2 adults were present at all times. No one stepped in the hallway, no one left a child, and everyone was supervised. We thought we were doing everything right.
Sounds
Nope. Yeah. It says nope.
Nope.
Just nope. Licensing wrote us up because the teacher switch happened inside the classroom instead of in the hallway. Even though the hallway solution would have meant a teacher stepping out of the classroom with no kids present and absolutely no difference to supervision, apparently ratio must be adjusted in the hallway. Inside the classroom just didn't count. We tried explaining we were never out of ratio. No child was ever unsupervised. The classroom was fully staffed the entire time. But nope, cited. Marked as a technical violation. Technical violation.
Technical, huh?
Very technical. Nice. So for the rest of the year, we had to have awkward handoff moments in the hallway like we were doing top secret teacher exchanges. I swear one teacher even started saying, "Tag, you're it," just to keep us sane.
That would be me.
You. It's funny now, but in the moment, we just stared at each other like we got cited for being too safe in the wrong location.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's not a fun feeling.
No, it is not.
Thanks for letting us vent. I feel like only this podcast truly understands the madness in which I feel.
Aww.
I know, that's so sweet.
Well, thank you, so first of all. Yeah, thanks for submitting. First of all, we appreciate it. I've kind of been through some similar stories like that in Indiana, and it's rough. So the rule apparently is that you cannot fix the issues in the classroom, that you must switch classes in the hallway.
Yes.
So if both kids are going into like a music room or something, the one class is done and they're getting ready to leave, and then the other class is supposed to be entering, what side of the doorway you do that on apparently really, really matters.
Even if it's 2 feet.
Even if it's 2 feet. Even if there's a doorway in the middle. And guys, this does not make sense. So here's what's my issue with this one. They were in a big classroom. The classroom was enough room for both classes to be in ratio, because it says they were in ratio.
Yes.
Okay. Instead of switching in there supervised with all this space, they want them to switch in the hallway. I don't know about you, But the hallways I have been in are not as big as big classrooms.
No.
How does this make it better?
It doesn't.
Oh.
Yes.
Another stupid rule.
It is. Welcome to 2025.
Like, come on. They were in ratio. There were more than enough people there. They went on the wrong side of the doorway. Don't we have better things to do?
You would think we did.
I mean, it seems like there's a lot bigger things than that in the news. And the problem is, guarantee, because this is what happened to us in a similar situation, we were written for ratios.
Okay.
And that's all it said.
You're right. It doesn't
you
even
remember
give
that?
any
Yeah,
detail.
it does not give details. So ours simply says ratios. No explanation that there were more than enough people there.
Yeah.
No explanation on wrong side of the doorway. We want you to go in the smaller, more condensed area to pass. So maybe the kids can hit each other on the way through. Let's think practical, people, if we're going to make rules. That's all I'm saying.
You would hope.
Right?
You would hope.
And we're not children. If we're in ratio, we're in ratio. On either side of the doorway. Come on. Okay, so obviously they never left children unattended. There was supervision and there was safety. It is unfortunate that they were written for such a stupid thing. And the problem also is parents probably have no idea.
No, absolutely
idea.
not.
They just know ratios.
Exactly.
Like, they don't bother to ask.
Nope.
And so I love when people comment on our Facebook page all the time, especially some ex-employees. I gotta love it. They'll comment and be like, make sure you check the Indiana government childcare finder or whatever for every inspection report. And I laugh because some of those employees are the ones that got in trouble. And I'm going, honey, if I could only tell everybody what you are talking about, wouldn't that be something? But I just let it go.
We do.
We don't care that much.
No.
If a parent really wants to enroll and they see that we were written up for like hand sanitizer or something like that, or ratios, I would hope that they would ask.
They normally do.
They do.
They do.
Our tours do. What that's about, because there are a lot of things that are very, very inaccurate in the child care finder. In fact, we have on ours right now such an inaccurate statement, and it has actually been addressed with licensing, and they have said that it is inaccurate.
Yep.
And they refuse to remove it.
Too much paperwork.
Even though they say that an inspector was at our school when they never really were.
No.
So, but hey, no problem. We'll worry about passing in the hallway versus the classroom. We don't have bigger issues. It's fine. But anyway, getting back to that, because we got a little sidetracked on our own little story. Let's get back to helping this teacher. It is unfortunate that two teachers, the story the other day.
Yes.
Two teachers were high-fiving in the hallway, just kind of like in passing in this kind of situation. Well, three little toddlers decided that they were going to reenact the escape room daycare edition.
Well, what are you supposed to do? You supposed to leave them? You want to just let them go unhinged?
So you've got kids that have escaped because you're high-fiving a teacher. Like, we're coworkers. We want to talk to people too and act like there's adult conversations.
Especially when you're right here.
Right. A quick high five and these kids sneak out. What do?
You go after them.
You'd think. But then they'd be out of ratio. But they're already out of ratio because the kids are running. So y'all, just be careful. Because you want to make sure you're doing the right thing.
Correct.
And unfortunately, sometimes it's not always the rule, I believe.
I agree.
In this situation, I would be running after those toddlers and getting them back. But licensing would come in and say, well, you're out of ratio. Do your best to follow the rules. That's all I can say.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's talk about some solutions. Let's talk about changing. Obviously, the solution here is to change classrooms in the hallway instead of inside the classroom. Even though it doesn't make sense. Even though you're like, this is stupid, there's less room in the hallway, this is so dumb, we have more than enough people, it doesn't make sense, I agree with you. However, it is best just to follow the rule.
It is.
It's one of those stupid little things, just do it.
Frustrating, but purposeful.
It is.
Sure.
And a lot of times ratios can be an issue, especially during nap time, making sure that you're monitoring the kids. How many are awake? How many are asleep? During bathroom breaks is always hard, especially for teachers.
Agreed.
Or especially security-wise during pickups. So we want to make sure that kids are always safe, and you need to make sure you are following ratios at all times. But still a dumb rule.
Yeah,
still a dumb rule.
As long as you just abide by the rules,
yeah.
you maintain safety in everything that you can possibly do, you're going to be fine.
Right.
It's going to be fine.
So sorry that happened to our listener, but thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love that. All right, moving right along to paper towel holders. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, so the actual licensing rule is that paper towels must be on a mounted holder, not covered, but they cannot sit on a counter. Why? Don't know. That's kind of silly. Because you would want it to be sanitary.
Yeah, and if they're out, like I keep mine in my kitchen just on a stand-up roller thing. It's not like an enclosed paper towel holder.
That's at home.
But it's at my home. It's at my kitchen. Like when you go into the hospital, you don't see them on just a little stand paper towel.
Can you imagine how many boogies
I feel like
would
they should be covered if you're going to do that.
Yes.
But like honestly, we keep them at home this way, so why does it have to be that much different for a center?
You would think. But that's just unfortunately not
how it goes. And we already have them out. Okay.
Well, so what we need to remember is that licensing will happily ignore the million things that are going great.
Yes.
And they're going to head directly towards the one paper towel situation that's just not what it should be. So for this, a solution and something to keep in mind is install the wall holder. In our schools, we highly recommend just getting the ones that are covered because you avoid the booger touch. You avoid them not being sanitizable. Stop making that face. I know you don't like the boogers.
So gross. So gross.
But really, all you have to do is move them off the counters or out of a cabinet and just put them on. You can get one of those rinky-dink little bad boys that you put on the wall.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, it's not.
Just follow the rule.
It's just tedious. And
it
I understand
is
the frustration.
tedious, and it's kind of silly that like you can have them out and on an uncovered paper towel holder, but you can't have them sitting
in reach of
on
the
the
children
counter.
that need it.
Yeah,
I know.
Kind of weird, but it is what it is. But hey, don't worry. Toilet paper's the same way.
Oh, good.
This was a huge pet peeve for me. Oh my goodness, guys.
What do you mean?
It still is. I know. It still is. Every time I would go into my schools and I'd go to the bathrooms, I swear the women's bathroom would be out of toilet paper. Or it would be sitting on the top because somebody didn't take the time to get the key, which most of them had a key on their lanyards, so I don't know, to get the key, to put it in and put it away. So I would go collecting toilet paper rolls. I did it one time and made her so mad. It was hilarious.
It wasn't me that was in trouble about
it. was not you that was in trouble, but I was visiting the school.
Yes, she was.
And I noticed the toilet paper for the umpteenth time, and I was so annoyed because it was sitting on top. And if I see a violation, I cannot let it pass.
She sure can.
I have to make sure it's corrected. And so I went around to every toilet paper holder in every classroom, in every bathroom, and I collected all the ones that were out of the thing.
Yes.
And I brought them to the office, and I sat them on the director's desk.
She didn't like that.
No.
She wasn't a fan.
And I just looked at her and said, I'm going to need you to fix this once and for all.
We haven't had issues since.
No, we have not. We have not had an issue since. But it took me getting frustrated and saying, okay, we're done with this.
Yes, correct.
Like, this has got to get fixed. It is a rule. It is not that hard to follow.
So
not that hard.
Is the key behind that then is that you just got a little gerund on them, or is it because the repetition just finally sunk in?
I don't know. I think that you have to be strict with your rules. You have to enforce them, and you have to check up on them.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it. And I think sometimes things like toilet paper, they just don't seem that big in the grand scheme of things. Like, we're worrying about like kids and therapists coming in and CCDF cuts and not having any money to run schools that they expect us to do out of there. Like all these things.
Big stuff.
Toilet paper doesn't really cut the bill sometimes, and it gets to be one of those things that get forgotten. But again, just like that Chick-fil-A cup, that toilet paper's off that holder. That is the quickest thing for licensing to be like, citation.
Oh, they would love that too.
Oh, yeah. And it's one of those stupid little quick things.
100%.
That it's easy to fix. Just fix it. But yeah, so one empty roll in a single stall. It can be the apocalypse. The apocalypse. And it can really hit your inspection report. You guys like that tagline? We worked on that hard.
Yeah, we did.
And then I still messed it up. But we tried.
I loved it.
I tried.
I know.
I can't say apocalypse though,
Okay,
apparently.
it's fine.
So it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
Certain words get me. But make sure you have backup rolls available. But just make sure they're not sitting on the back of your toilets or in your bathroom without being on the holder.
Yeah, don't do that.
Also, I think it's a really good idea to maybe have a bathroom clean checklist.
Love that.
Bathrooms are a struggle, y'all. People try to hide their brooms in them. They
Don't
try
do
to put
that.
up posters. You can't be putting up posters in the bathroom.
Even the
It's not
sticky,
sanitizable.
the sticky glow-in-the-dark stars or
Not
a big,
okay.
no, don't do that.
Not sanitizable. Remember, your bathroom has to be sanitizable. So yeah, you just want to build habits with your staff. And if we're letting things slide time and time again, we're not building those habits. And I don't know about you, but when licensing comes in, I don't want to be running around like a chicken with my head cut off. If we prepare for it and we inspect it and we expect it from our staff, we will be ready.
100%. And I can say that we shout out to our licensing person. We will not name them because we are confidential about all of the things. However,
We love her.
They are a godsend. We love them
Yes.
so much. And we don't have that issue. Every time they come in, we are groovy.
We have been through some rough ones,
We
though.
for
So we
sure
sympathize with you guys because
Yes.
we have had some people to the point where I was like, do I need to train them?
Like the time that I had to measure our square footage for her.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It
All
happened.
right. Great. to
Moving
see
on.
that.
We gotta move on. We're running out of time here.
Okay.
So let's.
Next, drinking fountains that spray just too high. No, yeah, because we can control that. The licensing.
Well, we can. There's a little knob.
Okay, but you don't
But like
buy
really,
it knowing that.
really.
Goodness, you would have.
The knob is under your fountain typically, just so you know.
Food for thought.
Yep. Had to experience it myself.
The
Had to find
licensing
it.
regulation is the fountain must not spray beyond the spout height.
Why are you worried about what my walls getting wet? They're my walls.
We're hydrating
If
the
they
kids.
get wet, I've gotta handle it, not you. Why are you worried?
The reason why we're worried is because it's the prevention of contamination and excessive water exposure on the floor and the walls.
Oh, because one child getting a drink from the drinking fountain, it's spraying a little too high, is going to soak the floor and ruin the floors. They might slip, y'all.
You don't know. Maybe
we're hydrating the children too much.
hydrated.
My goodness. Yes, we did have to find where ours went down a little bit because ours sprayed a little too high at one point. So that
I mean, it does happen.
it's funny that they gave you for the stupidest little things you're drinking. We got bigger fish to fry. You come find me some funding and then we can talk about how high my drinking fountain sprays. How about that?
Well, it's almost like
Maybe then I could get it fixed.
it's like
But I can't afford to right
kids intentionally pressing the button like they're launching a geyser at the
now. Oh
Yellowstone.
yeah, they're trying for it. And so sometimes over time, it sprays higher because the kids have smashed the button so long that
like
you have to
whack-a-mole.
go in and adjust it. Things happen. It's not like some water on the floor is going to endanger children.
You don't know.
We're being a little dramatic here.
There
I
is
feel.
easy solutions to this problem, though. I
There
think
are.
we have already been talking about them.
Yes.
However, adjust the pressure, and if you need
Easy.
to get a little checks-a-lookie at it situation, why don't you just call your maintenance person? That's why they're there. They're very helpful. But if you are a do-it-yourself type of person, the valves
YouTube.
are not hard.
YouTube.
Yeah, they're not hard to
You find
do.
everything
You
on
can do
YouTube.
it. Yeah.
We've YouTube so much to
We-
figure out how to. I feel like I have a degree in handyman.
We're DIY
I'm handy woman.
queens.
Handy woman. Could have a degree in this.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so we have got to keep moving along, but I've got to tell you one more.
Okay, one
more.
more.
One more.
Okay.
Okay, this is about the hand washing sinks. This actually happened to us.
Yes.
So during COVID, we were granted these hand washing sinks and they were fabulous. I think they were from like Discount or something. We got 2 of them. They were the short ones. They were perfect. You plug them in and so they're heated and it was perfect because it gave us extra sinks because every child coming in had to wash their hands, right? Because we were essential back then. Did you guys hear that? Knock, knock, knock.
No, I'm putting it in quotes now.
Essential. We were essential back then. People cared, that we were here.
Back in the day.
Sorry, Indiana. we're there with you. But also, like, we got these sinks. We were excited. COVID, extra hand washing sinks. This was going to help us get through the process faster. It was going to help us be able to make sure hands were washed nonstop throughout the days, make sure everybody was safe and everything was good, right? We were so excited. So our first licensing inspection after that.
You thought it was going to be great.
It was great. I was so excited. And then we got back in there and she goes, so we got to talk about your hand washing sinks. What? What do you mean? You guys got them for us. Literally, we filled out what we wanted. They took our order and ordered them for us and had them shipped to us. Okay. It wasn't like they just gave us the money and we got them. No, they ordered them for us and sent them to us.
So you think they're approved?
Right. Exactly. So she goes, so those actually are not allowed.
Okay.
Excuse me, what? What do you mean they're not allowed? You guys bought them. They bought them. What do you mean they're not allowed? This is $5,000 worth of sinks, y'all. $5,000. You know what I could do with $5,000?
A lot.
Maybe pay one kid's tuition since CCDF can't. Just saying. $5,000 worth of sinks. But yet we have the budgeting problem.
We do.
But we're wasting $5,000 on sinks that nobody can use.
Because they're not approved.
Exactly. So the temperature was warm. Like it did all the things. The water temperature was correct. The problem was these sinks were portable and they did not go into our plumbing in the child care center. Y'all, we are in a pandemic.
The middle of one.
I don't have time to go have sinks built and put in. Like, who does? We're like, what is happening with the world right now? So that was a big deal. And then she informed us that they actually stopped ordering those for people because they were not approved and had to put a halt to it. However, they did fail to mention that to everybody they had already bought them for.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, we did our job really well and we got our order in really fast.
How dare you?
You know. And so we just were unaware. So we got written up for the hand washing sinks that they purchased for us.
Love that.
So when you see our inspection report, does it say that they purchased the hand washing sinks for us? No.
Of course not.
Of course not. Again, parents, if you're out there, talk to your providers.
Yes.
What they're putting out there, not accurate. Make sure you know what's going on at your child's school. That is the best advice that I can give you. As far as the hand washing sinks should meet temperatures.
Of course.
It did. They should be licensed, approved. How are we supposed to? They bought them. But make sure you do know. Make sure you check up. And make sure you advocate for yourself because really, even though we did get the licensing violation, and it was not okay, we made sure they knew. We were not happy that it was not okay.
Right.
Not that they cared. They didn't. Didn't change anything, didn't care.
Just one of those oops.
Yeah, oops. But we still made sure, hey, this is getting ridiculous, you guys. So, yeah.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
I actually don't have any words for that because I just think it's so
Isn't
backwards.
that crazy?
Yeah, no, that's...
Yeah, you literally bought them for us and written up. They didn't send an email. You can't use these anymore. Nothing. And our person admitted to that, too. She goes, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you mean like when they did the child locks versus deterrents?
Yeah.
We didn't get any
licensing person we had, too, then.
Not the same one we have now.
Not the person we have now.
No. But, yeah, I remember that very well.
You remember that? Yeah. That
Great.
was fun. That was fun.
So, as we wrap up this episode, we understand that our compliance is hard, and it's often really ridiculous. The rules protect kids, but they also highlight how confusing the system can be. Providers in themselves are doing high-level work in a very heavily regulated world, and we know how frustrating that is, but we are here with you, and we understand from a weird perspective, but we understand.
Absolutely. We're here to try to help support you and talk about some of these things because we know we are not the only ones that have had some of those and because they've been submitted to but just talk about them so that people learn from each other too. But again, our word is not final with any licensing regulations. You have to check your own stuff. We are just here spitting facts.
All the facts
on what we know, if that is much. I don't know. We're just here having fun with you guys and just hopefully getting you to subscribe, and submit your stories. We appreciate you. We hope you have a great week. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.